We are hearing from the former track coach of an 18-year-old killed in a road rage shooting in Midtown. Channel 2's Keith Garvin is live in Missouri City with how this teen is being remembered tonight. Keith?
Dominique, Robert Mouton trained and competed on the track inside the stadium behind me. And you and I, Dominique, as parents, we can relate to this. They say that he was the kind of kid you would want your daughter to date. As they mourn his loss, they also are recalling fond memories.
And the last thing we needed was something like a guy like Rod to be taken away.
A young life taken away suddenly and in such a tragic way. 18-year-old Robert Mouton has been pronounced dead after a road rage shooting late last week, an incident that shocked everyone who knew him.
Nothing about him says violence, negativity, or anything.
One of those people includes his former track coach at Fort Bend ISD's Thurgood Marshall High School, Coach Lloyd Banks. Mouton was a sprinter on Marshall's state championship track team. Banks remembers him as perhaps the most reliable athlete he's ever coached. He says Mouton always showed up on time and did everything that was asked of him.
Rob wasn't the most talented, I'll tell you that right now, but he was the hardest working, and everybody respected him for it.
Mouton was shot Friday morning after a road rage incident on Highway 59 near Midtown. The driver of the other vehicle has been charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
If anything, he embodied the student athlete here at Marshall.
Coach Banks says one of the toughest parts for him was relaying the tragic news to Mouton's former teammates and closest friends. He will be missed, but always remembered for the mark he left at Marshall.
I always tell people, man, you know, it's not the talent that impresses us, it's the way you move. And he moved like a young man that, you know, you could date my daughter, and I wouldn't have a problem with it. And awesome kid, and again, it took everybody aback. And you know, it's going to be a little while before we get solid with it.
And Coach Banks says Mouton was preparing to walk on the track team at Lamar University in the spring. They are planning to do something to remember him here at Marshall, but they want input from the family before they schedule anything. Reporting live from Thurgood Marshall High School in Missouri City, Keith Garvin, KPRC, Channel 2 News.